Hello everyone, Granite Roots. Today, this is our Moss Saturday night World vs. World raid event, and right here we're starting off. We got green circling in. You see him coming out of the camp right now, and notice that I was able to just change my build real quick. I'm running my roaming build and my Zerg DPS build with the staff. So I learned a couple different things tonight with the staff as I continue to do this. That skill 2, the whirling charge, is just as good as the vault. The only thing it doesn't give you the vault does is the evade frames, but it helps. And the cool thing about both of them is their finishers. Vault is a blast finisher, and whirling charge is, as it states, whirling finisher. But look at those numbers. When they're not blocked and you're not blind, you know, you're hitting upwards anywhere 5 to 8k, and you got to notice that I'm using Basilisk Venom much more now. Again, that was a great thing about having the video. See that 5k? Wow, look at that. Look at those downs. So you see that as I'm using 11. You see that 11k? Wow. And I think I'm just getting better. Now watch, here's where it's weak. See, I'm chasing this guy, trying to dodge and vault after he's moving too fast. So I really enjoyed having the opportunity to swap builds on the fly tonight. You're going to see that, you know, if you're out of combat, it's really good. So you can chase these guys that are down, or you can see when some people sometimes swarm, you can take out these guys that are on the fringes of these groups and start whittling them down. Or in the next clip, you can see they're trying to go into the gate. So my roaming build, he thinks he's going to make it. Nope. And my buddy over here, tag team, back again. He and I, you can see a couple clips, he and I just seem to be on the same page, knocking these guys out. Nope, sorry Mr. Guardian, you're not going to make it. Alright, so here's me and my buddy again. I'm on this guy. He's going to come back over, head for the same one. Probably best tag team partner ever right here. He's going to pop into the frames real quick. And here he is. This is my boy coming right now. Boom. This guy is now just going to be a memory. So you see I type while I fight and run. That's why if you see my typing, or if I have the misfortune to be in any of my groups, that's why my spelling is so awful. Alright, here we are again. We're up on the Lord. I see some guys down here. Gonna secure some downs, and here comes my boy's already on him right there. I'd say his name, but I don't know if he wants that in the video. Either way, you know who you are. Thank you for being like the best tag team partner ever. Alright, and almost, but not close enough. He's gone. And so oh, here we go, another tag team. So I'm running dual staves for this build, so you can get, you know, obviously the sigil swap, and you know, weapon swap, and also you get some initiative gain when you swap weapons, so that's cool. Okay, so green is coming out of hills. We're here waiting for him. I'm going to veil up. This is really a very well executed fight. We're going to surprise them here, and then we're going to kind of ring around the rosy over the edge of the cliff to get out of their bomb and drop down on their tail. I tried that one of my earlier videos way back in EBG, and it worked pretty well for a while. It's just, I think I could have executed it better. This was executed perfectly. And it really is a good tactic. It just keeps things fluid. And if they're chasing you, they're playing catch-up. What they should have done is backed out a little bit to the edge over there and made us come to them and have their bomb again ready. But that's okay. You know, you gotta make these decisions on the fly, and it's not that easy. And we don't know if these guys were in comms. I suspect they were, but if they're not, it's even harder, because then you just have to hope everybody can either, one, spot and follow the tag, or two, just have similar reactions to how they respond to these things. And just look at the damage, all those critical hits. And yeah, I'm running Sigil of Agility that refills your endurance and cures conditions on you and your allies, which is very important. I think I need to be better at using that. I did later in the video get better at using that because people were just throwing a lot of condies out. So here's another good fight. We're gonna do another, you know, go take an alternate route. clear some of their bombs, go take care of their back line. Then you're going to loop back around, dodge out of the mess. You're going to come back around, and you know what? This stuff always, look at the damage. This guy is just not going anywhere. And that's where I started using Whirling Charge more. And I think that's a very good thing to do. And again, Whirling Charge, in most every Zerg you're going to be running with, they're going to have these fields. See that heal with the dodge there with the vault, and then Whirling Charge through there, so you're getting healing, you're getting conditions cleansed, you're getting some might, so all these finishers are great. These guys were up at Northwest Tower, and this was a great push. Again, I'm getting really excited with how much better I'm getting with this, and the damage I'm able to drop, and the downs it brings. So it's a hard build, and I did swap acrobatics back to critical strikes just because we had more people in squad, so I had more dedicated supports. So that makes it better. So yeah, I had a really good time this night, especially with this build, and you know, I appreciate the commander letting me run this build. This is great. We're gonna do some pulls and watch all the damage. And I'm gonna lay right at this gate, and we're gonna get a lot of downs. Okay, you can see the downs in a second. There they are. You can see wanting to stomp and all that. I've never tried stomping someone through a door. Of course I wouldn't with all that damage there. Now we're gonna go out through the, take a portal. And so now they're pinned against the wall, so genius. And you're going to see I'm actually going to come close to dying, so you're going to see me run into the port with my tail between my legs, lick my wounds, and by the time I come out, because this is the beginning of the end, you see a lot more downs that come in. By the time I come back out, all that's left is sweeping up the refuse. Okay, see I'm in here, I'd almost died. There's not much, other than the SIG, there's not much Condi cleanse on this, not when you switch weapons or anything like that, because it's all damage based. But you saw what I did there, you used the Seed of Life that I stole from the Ranger, and then you dodge or vault in it, and it gives you blast finishers, which for that is healing burst, which is nice. So it's just, you know, make sure when you run any build, roaming or zerging, I mean, you want to do, you want to know the traits. That'll help you use it to the best ability. Okay, this was really cool. Good fight. These guys were a heavy boon ball, and I had to port through, port to them. So in this area, we're just going to kind of grind back and forth through them. Watch the edge, though. Don't want to get knocked off. That was good use of what they were doing on their part, trying to get us between them and the edge so they could use knockbacks and pulls. And this was a heavy mesmer group, so you had a lot of grab wells, feedback they had also. And oh no, I'm down, but no, I'm back. Hard part about stuff like this when I've been uneven ground, when I was down I was trying to shadow step downstate, and I couldn't because they didn't connect. And this is the beginning and the end. Nice work, everybody. This is great. Okay, same group again. They're trying, making a second try. We're going to veil. We're going to go through. We're going to kind of take their attention here, see if we can get some downs, which we did. And then we're going to go through the portal, and we're going to kind of go back and forth, just trying to work from either side and stay out of their bombs. Alright, we have somebody with a cat. Did you see that? They knocked him back. Whoever's on the catapult, I never knew who you were, but thank you. And that's taking their stability so we can still mess with them. Alright, so now we're back to the choke. You usually don't run a choke, but with these guys, see that I got pulled? I didn't see it until watching the video. See the purple line real quick. Good play on their part. Thankfully, I got great peeps resing me so I can get back in the fight. It's almost like I want to play that song, Put Me In, Coach. I'm ready to play right there. Even though I'm starting from a down state at that last burst. Great work on our supports too, and players in general, DPS obviously, but I want to call out again supports. You watch my health bar go down to next to nothing, and boom, see it's back up. And really, I could not run this build like this without good supports because it is so glass. And now we're just going to whirling charge back and forth through them. Alright, AFK award for this video goes to this person right here. We're in Southwest Tower, and of course, and you know, so if I have a DPS call, this thing's great. Alright, so that is it. It was a fun night. I enjoyed so much just the group, the comp, and running this build, and the potential for this build is absolutely amazing. I think I'm going to run it some more, and the ability to swap builds on the fly is really something that if you're in a Zerg, whether it's support, most of my builds have support, Zerg, and roaming DPS, so you can swap on the fly, as I showed my Mesmer many videos ago. Either way, that's enough listening to me talk. Thank you for watching. Hope you all have a most excellent day.